Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me all good. Where's my headphones? Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me just pin myself here on Zoom. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Give me 2 seconds, guys. All right, there we go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Tuesday, guys. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Sorry, I forgot my headphones. Let me just get the headphones in here. All right. These markets are moving already, guys. We got gold selling off massively in Asia. You got NQ also down in Asia. These markets are moving. Appreciate it, Sean. Looking sharp today. We're definitely taking a W. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Definitely taking a W. Nice. Look at that. Audio and video good. Awesome. Thank you, Bruno. Welcome back, everyone. If any of you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. Been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. Let's have a look at the news for the day, guys. Before we jump into these charts, we already have gold down quite a lot, to be honest, which is tough for this London session. We'll still see what these other markets give. Maybe there's some plays on NQ, but you know, looking at this on gold from Asia, we're down 800 ticks. It's the recurring theme recently with London is we're jumping on, and markets have already ripped down, you know, 800 ticks. So what do you do from here on gold? Well, let's see. We'll break it all down, guys. We'll look at some other markets. We'll look at gold, silver, NQ. Before we do anything, there's nothing... what we got? There's nothing really on the schedule in terms of news today. Let me just see if I missed anything. Main events for today. What do we have? In the American session, we have US Consumer Confidence Report, which is expected to fall to 89 from 91.8 in the prior month due to the US-Iran situation and higher energy prices. This is a market-moving report, but the reactions are generally faded, which is likely to be the case today, as well, given the focus is on the US-Iran deadlock. So nothing crazy on the calendar here today. So let's start breaking down these markets here, guys. You've already got gold having a massive sell-off, a big sell-off today. You guys trading Asia? Do you guys get any trades today? You guys who are trading Asia? I took some swing longs on my personal yesterday here on gold, but it would have got me a break even overnight. I was swing long from around here yesterday on gold, looking for this much bigger play up, but it very likely would have. Well, it would have got me a break even here this morning. Trying to see if we could, you know, hold this daily morning star play. See, it was a bit of a daily morning star look of this to come up and liquidate some previous daily highs, but you can see here, we failed to close back above. The daily actually closed back below 4,700, and then we just had a big sell-off. A big sell-off. Got a sell on gold, nice. Good morning. Nice, you guys got short, nice, good job, beautiful. Beautiful. What short did you get? Nice. Let's have a look. Yeah, clean. I like that. What was that? Hourly evening star play. Yeah, what time was that? That was a perfect hourly evening star. Waking the highs, holding resistance. You got some liquidity building up down here. So, yeah, very nice short in that 1 hourly candle. What, you got 230 ticks. That was beautiful. Wouldn't it be nice if London could give us something like that? 236 in a single hour. That's a great trade right there. A lot of you guys got the short. Yeah, nice. Well done. Yeah, if you guys got the short, good job. That was a beautiful short. Where would you be shorting into? Probably just these lows here. To me, that's more than enough. Again, even just shorting that single hour. You know, 200 ticks in an hourly candle closure in Asia. That's a fantastic trade. Was 1 hour after the Asia opened. Yeah, nice trade. So for London today, guys, we have gold down quite a lot here. We're coming back in some very, very nice support. You got gold back at 46.50. Let's adjust some of these key levels here for a second. Let's get on 4,600 because we're coming back down into some very, very, very interesting levels. Let's bring this down as well. What we got below that, we'll have 455.50. There we go. So I believe this is prior week lows, which you're very likely going to come and hit now. Not prior week lows, the week lows from the 13th of April, which it looks like gold's going to come down into here. You've had this big support here at that 4,700, broken straight through it. So if you get any early buyers trapped in here, where would they likely be risking off? I would say probably these lows here. So we could see gold continue squeezing down even more. Now, the only difficult thing with gold here in London is where do we short from? You know, where do we short from? Gold's already down so much that do we want to sell this low? Not really. So could we buy a pullback? I mean, possible. But remember, if we're buying a pullback, we're buying a pullback after gold's being down 800 ticks. So of course that's, you know, very, very, very risky. So we'll see. We'll see what Goldie gives us say for London, guys. And we'll break down some of these other markets as well. We'll look at NQ because there might be some nicer opportunities on maybe NASDAQ. And we'll have a look at silver as well. My view app settings, this is just the standard view app here. I haven't changed anything here. This is just the standard standard view app indicator. I have it on this one here. Hey Aaron, hello, hello. Is it a valid setup to short the hourly breakout during yesterday's New York session around 9 AM? What time? London time. My charts are set to London time, so I'm not too sure what that is London time. 9 AM EST on the hourly. It's probably around around here, maybe. Around here. Here we tagged highs and closed bearish. For me personally, I was taking longs from here. I took like 2 break-even longs trying to buy this up yesterday because I had so many highs above that I was very confident gold would come up and grab these highs. So I was actually buying here yesterday. I took like 3 break-evens yesterday trying to take these longs, which to be honest I'm happy with because gold ended up having a big sell-off, which I was very surprised to see. I actually thought gold would easily come up and manipulate some highs before selling off, but we didn't. We've just been continuing to sell off. So the lower gold goes, the bigger of a swing opportunity you could see on gold on the higher time frame. But we'll see what we get for today. But if it was that one, yeah, if you had reason to sell it, sure. But for me personally, I didn't have reason to short gold, so I was happy to miss the shorts. You know, if the daily closes bearish like it did, fantastic, then I'll just short today. So I'm not shorting on Monday, but if Monday closes bearish, fantastic, you short Tuesday and you get this whole push down here, which was a beautiful, beautiful short. A very, very nice short. Let's have a look at NQ here, guys. So you guys who were here yesterday, remember what we were trading on NQ yesterday? You guys who were here for London yesterday, where were we yesterday? We were trying to buy this retracement on gold on NQ. We were buying this retracement where? All the way back up into here. That's where we were trying to buy NQ up into London. Unfortunately, London did just chop for some time, just crept lower, crept lower, crept lower. Then you finally broke the trend line at around, what was this, about 9:30 London time. Then you came all the way back up for that retracement. So I think we took 2 very small losses yesterday, like minus $100 trying to buy this breakout here in NQ. Ranged for some time, crept lower, finally broke out, and then had the push. So direction yesterday on NQ in London was perfect. It just took quite some time to break out. So we had a long bias on NQ yesterday and a short bias on gold for London. Our short bias for gold yesterday in London was for prices to come back down and retest this view app level, which is again is exactly what we did. But it happened around like 9 to 10 AM ish. Same as NQ. Happened around like that 9:30 ish London time. So what could we see for NQ today? Let's have a look. So what do? You had this nice push up. You sold off pre-New York, and then look at this New York price action. This is crazy. I don't know how some of you guys trade NQ in the New York session. I don't know how you guys trade it. This price action is absolutely crazy. This is interesting though. This is interesting. Look how this daily candle failed to close above the highs and actually held resistance. So now you're getting this pullback here on NQ. So where could you become target? You may come back down into previous daily lows here on NQ. Why can I not move this? Here we go. So you may come down and squeeze these lows. Any buyers trying to buy here on NQ very likely would be probably trapped in something like this. Therefore, there's more reason to see this come down and squeeze these lows here. So let's see. There could be some short again. Look at this. It's very unfortunate, guys, but NQ already is selling off from perfect shorts, 6 a.m. London time. Why are you shorting gold at 6 a.m. London time? Well, because you have downside liquidity targets, previous daily lows, and you have a perfect evening star. So, shorting NQ at 6 a.m. Again, fantastic trade. Short on gold was at 2 a.m. Pre-London with the moves here on NQ, guys. Very, 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 very important. Very, very important. Happens all the time. How to avoid to end up on the wrong side of the market with gold long swings. I entered long yesterday and ended up with a loss today. Happened 3 times in a row. I mean, there's no such thing as avoiding losses. You're never going to avoid losses. We're in the business of losing. But again, I'm not really too sure what the other trades were. But if you were buying yesterday, I took the same trade like this. For me, I took this trade yesterday, but the fact that the candle closed bearish, I was break even like straight away, because it didn't really drive. So therefore, it's not what I want to see. Therefore, I can manage my risk. But if you took a loss buying gold yesterday, it's part of the business. But if you're just buying gold and you're still buying gold, then maybe you're just being too focused on a single direction of the markets. You know, I think if you're trying to buy gold because you think, you know, oh, I've missed all this huge all-time high run, it's gonna have another leg higher, right? And I want to get this huge new all-time high push. Then again, I feel like unfortunately, you know, that move has kind of been and gone. Don't focus on what's been and gone here. You know, these rips into all-time highs, they've been and gone. We're in different times right now. We're in completely different markets right now. So you want to stay very, very, very reactive. To me, the only place to buy gold for a swing trade was yesterday. There's nowhere else in here where I would be buying gold. If anything here, I'd be shorting on gold down into these daily lows, because gold loves to grab that liquidity. Once you grab the lows and start holding support, fantastic. Then I'll take a swing long. And if it doesn't work, who cares? Move on to the next trade. It's just a trade. But you have, again, swing trading gold doesn't mean you just buy for no reason and just hope for the best and hold. If you're swing trading gold, you know, you're still following a technical plan. And if you're not following a technical plan, then you have to build on and prove to yourself that it works. But if you don't have a plan that you prove to yourself actually works, then it doesn't mean anything. But if you're trading a plan that you know works because you've proved to yourself it works, then a loss is part of the business. There's no way that if you have the data to prove to yourself that your swing trading plan works, you're not going to have a few losses in a row. It's part of the business. And if you haven't built the data to give you the confidence to trade, then you shouldn't even be jumping into live markets, especially not swing trading gold. You have to build a swing trading plan that you have proven to yourself actually works over a long period of time. Because swing trading gold isn't as simple as just, I'm going to buy gold and it's going to rip into all-time highs. That's kind of been and gone, unfortunately. That's kind of been and gone. So let's see. We got gold trying to come lower. Again, if we get a pullback on NQ, I'd like to short NQ. Again, you're kind of already at the support. There were some great shorts here pre-London. If we're not already in the shorts, let's see if we can squeeze it lower from here. Took these today after your analysis. Feels a bit silly though. 30-minute closed, 5-minute fake out. What was the higher time frame, man? My bias was very little to none today. Like I said in the Asian market, I don't really have any analysis for today. What was the hourly chart here, man? I'm not too sure what this is on just too hard to say here. Just looking at this 5-minute, I don't see any trades in here. But it depends on, or what time was it? What time is it London time, man? I don't really see. I think it's just you're in a 5-minute range. Oh, 30-minute. Yeah, 30-minute close bearish. Bearish. I mean, not only that, is the hourly also closed bearish. Hourly close bearish. So you were buying here with the hourly wick highs and close bearish. 30 minutes for execution once the hourly confirms. So yeah, if I see, let's see here. Let's get rid of this for a second. If I see a candle tagging highs and closing bearish, I'm not buying the next hour. Buys on the next hour don't even cross my mind. Regardless of what the 5 minute says, I'm not even looking at the 5 minute. Why? Because I'm not looking for longs. Why am I not looking for longs? Because the hourly just tagged highs and closed bearish. So if anything, if I see this candle close, I should be dropping down to the lower time frame and looking for shorts. Definitely not looking for longs. You certainly don't want to buy against a candle that tags previous highs and holds resistance. So for me personally, I wouldn't. I may not necessarily jump in the shorts right away, but I certainly would not buy after a candle closure like that. If I ever see a candle like that, and I'm not looking for sells, I'll wait for the next candle to close. Maybe it recloses back above, fantastic, then I'll buy. But yeah, if I ever see a candle close like that, I'm absolutely not buying. You got gold squeezing low here, guys. NQ coming down as well. I appreciate the feedback. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, of course. Don't get too focused on the lower time frame. You don't drop down to the lower time frame until you have your high time frame confirmation. That's the real key here. I did like the shorts after the rejection of 4,700. Didn't follow my usual morning routine today and missed the trades due to not being focused. Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. Shows the importance of showing up with discipline every single morning. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. But the good thing is, you know, if you maybe didn't get the shorts on gold from up here, you know, that's fine. I think what matters after that is more important because, you know, a lot of people, you know, will miss this short down here, for example, and then they'll start revenge trading in here and giving everything back. Purely a revenge trading off the fact that they didn't get the short. They're like, oh, okay, well, I didn't get the shorts. Let me try and buy because this is going to be the low. Then they take a loss and they take more losses and more losses and they blow up the whole entire day. So if you missed this move today for whatever reason in Asia, that's fine. As long as you didn't start tilting down here, which is what the majority of people will do, and you walk away, you're like, yeah, that's fine. I missed a trade. Who cares? It's just a trade. Next trade's always right around the corner, whether it's tomorrow, the day after that, or a different session, who cares? If you ever miss a trade, FOMO is honestly probably one of the easiest emotions to remove. Because if you know our plan, you know our plan works multiple times a day. Every single day, there's trades. FOMO is probably one of the easiest emotional mistakes that you can just eliminate. If your plan shows up, you know, once a week, then yeah, of course you might get FOMO. But with our plan showing up multiple times every single day, who cares if we don't get a move right now? We'll come back for a different session, or we come back tomorrow and guarantee there's going to be another good trade. And that's why, you know, even though the plan might come up every single day, well, you're not going to be able to catch it every single day, but that's also fine. That's also fine. But what we do when we miss them trades is more important than actually making the money here. Yeah, compounding mistakes is a killer. Yes, exactly, man, exactly. Yeah, flatten the day since. Nice. Just took notice as why I'd missed the trade and shut the charts. Yeah, fantastic, Sean. Good man, good man. Let's see here, guys. We've got London Open coming up in 5 minutes here, guys. Is this the one you took as well? Entered half size. The one I took, man, is the one I shared in Discord. I can't remember exactly. I don't think it was this one. Maybe it was this one. Let me see. So on my personal, I took longs yesterday around here. So I took the longs that I was sharing in Discord up here. We took the break even there. It was somewhere around here. I'm not 100% sure. Then when I took more longs, I was buying below this low here. If I was awake in Asia, I would have secured some of this, but I didn't. So, but that's the other place I was taking longs. I was buying below these lows here. I took longs from here, which we, like I say, we shared in Discord. I also shared me closing it at break even. But yeah, after I didn't take shorts longs anywhere in here. The last place I took longs was down here. They ended up coming up quite nicely. I probably would have actually made a decent amount of money just buying this bit up, but obviously it happened when I was asleep, so it is what it is. Yep, it's all good, Ben. Yep, all good, man. If we spoke about Discord, man, yeah, it's all good. Hey, Aaron, is it possible for a liquidity wick to become the next liquidity level? For example, price comes down, forms a double bottom again. I mean, maybe, yeah, I guess. I think you'll, unless you have a real example, feel free to send it over. But it sounds like you're overcomplicating it a bit too much. I think you're maybe overthinking it a little bit. Just keep it super simple. Keep it simple. If it gets grabbed again, fantastic, but don't really worry too much about it. If you see a double top, just and you see a breakout, just execute the trade. Don't overthink it too much. To me, it sounds like, again, if you have an example, I'm more than happy to break it down, but to me, it does sound like a little bit analysis paralysis-y. Is that what? Analysis paralysis-y? Remember, if you guys are on Twitter as well, if you guys want to share some trades about the Aaron trades, if you hashtag London Open at Topstep TV, and I can see your guys' charts as well. So if you do want to share some, if you guys do want to share some charts, you know, feel free to hashtag London Open, tag Topstep, tag myself, and I can see your guys' charts and trades as well. Just the Aaron trades. Yeah, it is now. Yeah, it is now. It absolutely is now. Let's see here, guys. We got London Open in 2 minutes here, guys. Gold is just having a huge sell-off, so yeah, unfortunately, guys, gold is going to be very difficult to trade here in London. Why? Because the markets are down 800 ticks. You're going to get absolutely zero in here. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on NQ for pullbacks to short. Gold, it has zero interest in me for the next hour, guys. Regardless of if we got this short, shorting or buying down here is, to me, is just borderline gambling. So I will not trade down here on gold. There's no setups for me here. Therefore, let's keep an eye on NQ, see if we can short NQ down into these daily lows here. Someone once said to me that a good trade is the one which you can explain to anyone, whether you win or lose. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. If you can explain it simply, and you can just, to me, the best trade is the one where you just see the trade, it jumps out, you just press the button. You just press the, you pull the trigger and you execute the trade. To me, my best trades are the simple ones where it's clear as day, and I just have great execution. They're, to me, the best trades. Sometimes when I jump on, like here on gold, and I'm like, oh, I don't really know what's going to happen from down here. We might go up, we might go down. That's a time where I'm like, okay, cool. That's a great example as to you should not be trading this right now. Like for me right now on gold, I'm like, could go down, could find some support. That to me isn't a trader. I'm like, cool. Here's my key liquidity levels. Here's my clear breakout. There's my trade. They're the ones where the market jumps out of me and screams to buy or sell, that I take that with full confidence, no thought process. They're the ones I'm like, yeah, that's my best trade. So we got London Open, guys. Let's see if we can get a bit of a pullback here on NQ to short down into these daily lows. Again, you've already kind of had a bit of a sell-off, so if we can get a little bit of a pullback, I wouldn't mind seeing some shorts down into these lows here. See if we can short this on NQ. Let's have a look here. Find if I doom scroll then get on the charts, most guaranteed to be impulsive. Yeah, that's probably the worst way you could jump on the charts. Again, that's why trading is so hard these days, because people's dopamine is just so fried. Because people are just so glued to the quick fix and the quick social media videos, and that quick dopamine hit is like, that's exactly why people have zero patience in these markets these days. Because everything's like right now. In this day and age, you can get everything so quick, and if you scroll through social media and then go on the charts, I mean, that's your own fault. Just don't do it. If you choose to keep doing that and don't change that, that's your choice, I guess. If I know that that's a problem for me to scroll on social media and go on the charts, I just don't do it. For me, before I go on the charts here with you guys, I go for a walk, I get some fresh air, I walk my dog, I have a coffee, and then I go on the charts. I get my mind right. If you guys want to start, treating your mind right, get some fresh air, go for a workout before you go on the charts. Do anything to boost your mindset. But if you sit inside scrolling all the time on social media, then you're not going to trade well. It's just not going to work. Your morning routine as a trader is very, very, very important. Very, 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 very important. Very important. So we got gold trying to find some support. We got NQ coming a little bit lower. I want to see if we can short NQ, but I don't want to short this low here, guys. Look how far away VWAP is. Look how far away we are from it. So if we get a bit of a pullback, then we can potentially short. We'll look at silver as well, guys. I imagine it's very similar to gold, but we can break down silver. What do you think I want to trade? And short MNQ, but it's hard to jump in. I want to wait for a pop to get a better position. It's hard to jump in. Yes, same as me here. I really want to short NQ. I want to short NQ down into these daily lows because I think there's a high chance you're going to grab these lows. If I'm going to short into these lows though, yeah, trade location is very important. I'm kind of thinking the same. I want to short, but I will not short at support. Doesn't make any sense. If I want to short NQ, you know, I want to be shorting back at some nice resistance. So if we can pull back without grabbing these daily lows, fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking to short as well. But yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, David. It's very hard here because I want to also short NQ because I do believe there's a high chance you're going to grab these lows. But if I look at the markets from a neutral perspective, where should I be shorting? I should be shorting back up here. Well, I wasn't on the charts yet, so okay, let's get over that. Who cares? Where would be the next place to short? Back at this nice resistance. So I'm looking for the same. Too risky to take that morning star at the hourly. This morning star. But this is the thing with morning and evening stars. You don't just want to be buying and selling every single morning and evening star that you take. If you have reasons to buy this because you have upside targets or maybe you've grabbed some lows, fantastic. But for me personally, would I buy a morning star when gold has sold off 800 ticks? No, I absolutely wouldn't. Gold's not the market to fight. You might scalp a couple of ticks up, but I don't want to. You know, I don't want to take a trade where I'm always fighting the markets. Like, you know, if I take a buy here when markets are going lower, I'm fighting the markets. I want to be the easy trade that's following the markets lower. I want to be in flow with the markets, not trying to fight these markets. So, I mean, yes, it is technically a morning star shaping up here, but would I buy this? No, I personally wouldn't buy that. If it rips up, fantastic. I'll miss that move. But when we close above and pull back, then fantastic. Then I'll follow the markets. So for me personally, I wouldn't buy this current hour on gold. Just me personally. Maybe it's more for your risk appetite, but for me personally, no, I won't buy this up. Because if I buy this up, I'm only buying it up because I didn't get the short. Therefore, that's more of an emotional trade than a logical trade to me. 6 AM in Australia, I don't think you'd be able to. Unless you're scalping. I don't know how you would trade 6 AM because you've got... I think power hour is 5 till 6 Brisbane time. And then by that time, markets are closing. So yeah, you're not going to... Unless you're scalping on like the 1 minute or the 5 minute power hour, then... Because if you're trying to trade hourly confirmation 6 AM, well, you're trading at the daily candle closure. So like if we look at here, Brisbane time, where are we here? 6 AM, you're trading you're trading the last hour of the day, so that's power hour. The final hour there is power hour. The only way I would trade power hour is if I'm trading like the 5 minute or something. Very. Where are we here? Let me go. Where are we? Brisbane. Let's see. So where is it? 5 AM is here. 5 to 6 AM. Because you're trading at market close. So it's like, yeah, you could trade here, but see what you're going to take. 20 ticks. The only way you can trade power hours if you're scalping. Because you're not going to get a trade that you're going to hold for 1 to 2 hours. Because you will have to close your positions by the end of the day anyway. So let me change this. London. So we got NQ trying to get a bit of a pullback. I would like to short. There is a 30-minute morning star after taking the previous day lows at 4 AM. Almost the same as the one yesterday. Why didn't it work today? Well, the reason it didn't work today is because, so let me just find it. So you got a 30-minute morning star at 4 AM. I mean, this isn't a morning star to me. This isn't a morning star. But I mean, you know, again, technically it is. Like, let's say if actually let's draw this properly. We got time here on gold, guys. I want to teach you guys something when these markets have already sold off quite a lot. So let's have a look. So if we go, let's get rid of this for a second. So yes, technically this is a morning star, and it's also a morning star below some nice daily lows. You've just tagged lows, you've just held support. So could you be anticipating the next candle is probably going to look something like this? Yes, you could. But one thing to note is, how did price get here? Did we get here correcting down? Or did we get here with a huge bearish candle that tagged highs and had a massive sell-off? And an hourly evening start all the way back up here. So just because you see one 30-minute candle wicking lows and holding support, there's not enough to just all of a sudden start buying, because where's your targets? To me, there's no targets. Why is there no targets? Because gold's just had a huge sell-off. You know, at that point, if you try and buy gold there, you're buying gold after you've just sold off, what's that, 360 plus ticks? So you want to take a buy after a 360 tick sell-off just because you had a 50 tick bullish body closure? It's very risky. It's very, very risky. And if you look at the previous hourly candle closure, did the hourly close bullish or bearish? The hourly just closed with a massive bearish engulfing candle. Just engulfed the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of price action. You just engulfed bearish the last 8 hours of price action. So that's exactly why I wouldn't buy this on gold, because the markets are selling off. If you maybe, you know, the only way I would buy this back up on gold is if you had a pretty decent tag the lows and a strong bullish closure back above. Then fantastic, I might buy gold into a much bigger, higher level. But if the markets are selling off like this, the markets are pushing down. You know, it's not as if we corrected there. If we corrected there, it'd be a different story. Like if the markets came down like this, nice and then we had a liquidity, and then we broke back above, fantastic, then I'll buy it. But we didn't. Well, the way we got to this low here is we came there with an evening start to higher time frame and a very bearish hourly candle closure. So for me personally, no, I would not be buying this hour. The only way I can trade the next hourly candle closure is based off how the previous candle closed. So when I see, if I was to look at the markets here, okay, if I want to trade the next hour, well, do I want to be going long or short? Well, what did the previous hour do? It just had a huge bearish engulfing candle. So would I buy the next hour? No, I personally wouldn't. So to me, that would be the reason why it wouldn't work. The only way I would buy gold back up is if you had like a strong fake out confirmation. What's a fake out confirmation? A fake out confirmation is when you get that candle closing bearish and then engulf straight back above. Fantastic. That's my fake out. Or like here, for example, let's say here, this is a probably nicer example. You see you have this huge sell-off. You tag the lows, then maybe as this candle closes back above, fantastic. Then I'll buy up into a higher time frame. So I'll buy here. Once this candle closes back above, then I'll take my trade. Why? Because I want to be following the markets, not fighting the markets. That's the most important part here. If gold's going down, gold's going down. Don't try and fight these markets. Let's see, is there potential short here in NQ? Kind of just ranging. We got gold trying to pull back. It's kind of the same thing right now. The reason I wouldn't buy this on gold is because of the exact same reason here. It didn't work here, so there's no reason for me to buy it here. Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. You know, sometimes, again, you guys on the retreat know, and I think it was Mikey that actually mentioned this, is sometimes the biggest key in trading and to get into more consistency in these markets isn't from identifying more wins, it's from being able to identify them losers. Being able to eliminate them losing trades can really be what helps you get to that next level. So it's not always about just finding new winning trades, it's about eliminating these bad trades, because this would be a bad long to me. Same as here, this would be a bad long. Regardless if it works one time, we're here to do what works consistently. So that's the reason it wouldn't work today. There's also a few other reasons, like the daily did close bearish back below 4,700. So there's a few reasons why I wouldn't be buying gold today. But on the hourly time frame, 30-minute, I would not be buying gold on the lower time frame when I see the hourly tagging highs and closing bearish. Again, it's the exact same reason why I wouldn't buy this potential morning star. Why would I not buy that potential morning star? Well, the hourly tagged highs and closed bearish. Therefore, when I drop down to lower time frame, if anything, I should be looking to short from here. Should be looking for shorts. Yeah, definitely a bit of FOMO that it might push and you're not in it. Exactly, 100%. 100%. We got NQ hanging out here, guys. Gold trying to get a bit of a pullback. Let's have a look at silver here. I imagine it's pretty similar to gold. And you guys trade silver today? Look at this on silver. Look at this. This is where I was trying to trying to take the longs on silver. Yes, I didn't execute any new trades, but this is where I was very convinced silver would also come up and liquidate some highs. We didn't get that high, but look, we did get here. But to be honest, guys, I still believe you're going to see silver and gold come up for a much bigger swing long. I think you can see silver, whether it happens today or tomorrow, in the next few days, I think we're going to be looking for a big swing on silver, all the way back up into like 80s. I'm looking for a big swing on silver, back up into 80s. Again, what did we do today here on silver? We didn't quite get to my highest liquidity point, but did we tag some previous highs before selling off? Yes, we did. We came up, we liquidated some highs, we closed bearish, so there's your confirmation of price grabbing highs, closing bearish, there's your short. You guys trading Asia, you guys are getting all the fun. You had great trades yesterday, you had great trades here today, gold and silver. Like, that's a pretty crazy silver short right there. Tag the highs, closing bearish. 1 a.m. London time. What time is that? What time is that Brisbane time? What time is that? 11 a.m. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. 11 a.m. short. What time was the longs yesterday? You guys who took the longs yesterday. You guys took longs from here yesterday? Or... yeah, here? Where was your longs from yesterday, Sean? Was it this one? I think it was this one, right? Yeah, 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. yesterday, 11 a.m. Yeah, that was clean. Yeah, this one was really clean. This is really clean short. Again, I wouldn't be holding it this low. I'd take it down from like here. Maybe it'd still be a great short. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so you had 10 a.m. longs Brisbane time yesterday, 11 a.m. shorts here today. Now, what could you see for the rest of the day on silver? Let's have a look. Where are we? London time. Too many time zones here. Look at this. London time. Let's have a look. Daily on silver. Again, you're back down at some major support here on silver. Back down at some major levels. Yeah. Back down to some major support. Let's delete. Let's get rid of all this analysis here on silver, guys. Look at some new levels. So, interesting thing to watch here on silver is we are coming back down into some very big support. We're also coming down. Remember, we're only 2 days into this weekly candle closure. Weekly candle open. We're only 2 days in. Now, to me, if silver this week was going to close bearish like this, I would anticipate that the start of the week would be actually pushing up. But the fact that this weekly is opening and pushing down, and you're hitting some nice weekly lows, to me, by the time this weekly candle closes, we could even close like a bit of a morning star play. And where could you see silver come all the way up into there? That's what I'm talking about. Back up into that big 80 level, and you can see that weekly morning star. So to me, silver is at some potential long opportunities. Why? Because you're below a lot of weekly lows. You're also below a lot of daily lows, and this is where you may find some support in silver. Now, one way to remove the anticipation of what we might do is let's just keep it very simple. Are we pushing bearish or are we pushing bullish right now? We're pushing bearish. So even if we want to go for a big long trade, then we simply let the markets come for a bigger breakout. So what are we doing right now? Let's get rid of this. Where are we? We had some nice support. You broke it. Therefore, if you want to see a bigger swing move on silver, well, again, you wait for a decent breakout and then you can get that trade. In terms of intraday trades here on silver, again, down here, it's very tough. I think there might be some pullback longs, but I would imagine you'll probably get some more liquidity wicks first. Stop out some early buys one more time, and then you might get some longs on silver. So I know it's not what we want to hear, guys, but it's very tough. But for new opportunities on silver, in terms of day trading opportunities, you need to see much more price action. Goldie wicking out the highs. NQ, I want to get short on NQ. NQ, out of everything we've looked at, is probably the nicest looking market right now to short down into the daily lows, because gold's already at the daily lows, silver's already at the daily lows. Well, NQ is not quite there. Let's just make sure ES didn't grab the lows, because that's very important. No, ES has got quite some time, so that's good. We still got some. We got room to short NQ. Let's have a look here, guys. Let's have a look. Goldie, yeah, Goldie's very likely going to create some space for quite some time. I want to see if we can maybe, excuse me, maybe get some shorts on NQ. I do have to shoot off at 9:30 today, guys. Just because I have to take Sammy to the vets because he's getting his jabs to go back to Australia at 1:45. Oh, sorry, bro, I didn't see these. Let's have a look. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, man. I took USD yen, buy on the 30-minute candle, closing pin bar. We don't trade currencies here, man. I'm not trading. You can't trade USD yen here on the futures market. You can trade either the US dollar or the yen. So if we were to have a look, like if you're looking at here in the futures, you could trade the euro, or you could trade the yen as well. So maybe it's the same or the inverse, but the US dollar against the yen, we don't trade here, man. This is futures. Since silver has a potential long, gold long too. Yeah, I am looking for a much higher time frame long on gold, but it's just not anytime soon. I'm more so for us here this morning. I'm looking for intraday trading opportunities, and when gold's down, 800 ticks, it's very hard for me to want to do anything, to be honest. Like I said, I know it's not what we want to hear, but it's unfortunately the reality of how much the markets have moved here in Asia. When Asia's had a big move, it makes obviously London tough. Aaron, I saw you placing horizontal lines on the 100s and 50s. Is it common for gold to react to some levels? Yes, they're very, very, very good higher time frame levels that get respected very, very, very well on gold. Yesterday you closed below 4,700, so where's the next target? 4,650. You can see they get respected very, very well. Look here, big wick rejections where 4,550, 4,600. You break above, you hold these 650s. You can see they get respect on the high time frame very, very, very well. So when I drop down to my lower time frame, and I can see here, look, we're at that 4650 level. I know that this is big, big, big daily sup. Big, big, big daily support. So I want to be careful shorting below here, because if it's daily support, we could get wicks back above and we could actually start buying. So if I was shorting gold today, I'd be selling into this daily support. But now we're back at this daily support. Yeah, this is where gold could find some lower time frame fake outs that we could potentially buy. But yeah, this is, I started swing trading gold. I started swing trading gold, and yeah, to me, these key levels on gold were very, 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 very important. Very, very important. Let's see here, guys. Let's see, have a look at NQ. Where are we? NASDAQ. Let's have a look. Trying to find some support. What are we doing? You can see we're pretty much, since we've jumped on it, guys, we're not really moving. You can see NQ's just ranging. Goldie is just also ranging as well. Why? Because the markets have already sold off, like I say. It's no surprise to see the markets find their feet from here. Just let the markets find their feet, go. Find their feet. View on NQ. We have gone through NQ, man. Definitely go back and watch it. We've gone through everything I'm looking at on NQ. I've gone through all my all the analysis. I'm looking for shorts on NQ. It's a very you see, guys, it's a very beautiful sunny day here in Barcelona. I had a nice 1 to 4 risk to reward trade yesterday on the 5-minute on gold. I don't know if you guys saw that. I posted that on my Instagram. Had a very nice long on gold yesterday. Where's my longs on gold? I had some nice longs here on the 5-minute yesterday on my Topstep account here, buying gold up into this high here. So I don't know if you guys saw that. I posted that on Instagram. Had some nice longs up there yesterday. Came up, tagged highs, sold off straight back below. So there was some nice scalps yesterday, but for bigger moves? There wasn't really that much. And to be honest, I'll probably be looking for the same today. I'll be looking for quicker in and out moves here on gold. Look at this gold, the 5 minute, guys. Creating some liquidity now. So it's gone from not really making sense to could be a potential pullback. You got 30-minute close coming in 8 minutes here as well. And you have some nice highs sitting here. If you have anyone shorting gold right now, we're very likely risking off here. What do we know gold loves to do? Loves to come up and manipulate them highs. So that could be the level where you could potentially trade up into. So there may be some buys here on gold. And we're still looking for them shorts on NQ. Let's have a look here, guys. See what he's... Patience is having to pay here this morning, guys. Patience is having to pay. Patience is paying here, guys. Patience is paying. You can see if we did trade in here, we're just straight back up. We're up, down. So although we're not jumping in trades, we're really not missing anything. We're pretty much in the exact same place where we started the stream here in NQ, in the exact same situation here on gold. We jumped on here, we're in the exact same place. We kind of pushed up, we pushed down, and we are stuck. We are stuck in these ranges, guys. I have to wrap up here early today, guys. I do have to shoot off. We have to head to the vets in like 5 minutes, like I say, to start Sammy's Jazz back to Australia. So I will keep it short and sweet here today, guys. You guys on Zoom, I will update you guys in Discord later on. You guys on YouTube, appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Like I say, we'll be right back here again tomorrow, back to the normal schedule, but I just have to shoot off a little bit early today. But don't worry, guys, these markets aren't really doing very much. You may get some pullback longs on gold, and I'm looking for some shorts on NQ down into the day lows. But for now, I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. I will see you guys same time again tomorrow. Trade safe, everyone, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers, guys.